Hello everyone and welcome to this week's video. So today we are tackling a giant mess in my kitchen that was left over after having company over the night before. So there's going to be a ton of kitchen cleaning. We're also cleaning basically the main area of our living space. It was just really, we did a number on it the day before. So I'm just tackling that. And then the next day I come in and do some sweeping, some mopping. I clean out our refrigerator and put away some groceries. There's just a little bit of everything in this video. So if you're in need of some extreme cleaning motivation, this is the video for you. I'm so glad you decided to click on that button to watch, and let's get on with it. If this is your first time stopping by my channel, hello and welcome. I am so glad to have you here. My name is Denise. I am a mama to 4. I have 2 little girls. They're toddlers, 3.5 and a year and a half. And then I just had identical twin boys 8 weeks ago. So our hands are totally full. And if you're not aware, this is my husband and I bought this house last year. We started working on it in April and moved in June. If you watch my last video, I was like totally off on the timeline. But this channel is all about home renovations, transformations, home decor, and a lot of cleaning. So if you're into that type of video, this is definitely the channel for you. So make sure you stick around, hit that subscribe button. We would love to have you. And if once a week just isn't enough for you, I also have our Instagram link down below in the description box. I'm always on stories and sharing different things about our family and our home. So go ahead and follow me over there for more of the day-to-day.
Everything is see-through, see-through. Everything is see-through, see-through. Everything is see-through. How can I believe it? But everything is see-through, see-through. You see through. Gotta make space for the new you, like I'm old news in your rearview mirror. It must be nice you went and got a penthouse. All your friends partying is real loud. Brand new money with a brand new chest. Still a baby bird price straight off the nest like you.
So I started by emptying the dishwasher. That way I could put these like hundreds of dishes away into the dishwasher and get that working, so I could then hand wash the rest of what needed to be hand washed, and we could get moving on the countertops and the stovetop. I do get questions as far as, you have 2 infants. How do you know who to pick up? How do you make that decision? John and I have quite a few baby carriers, and when he's home, it's a lot easier to make that decision on who to pick up. But the answer is really just whoever needs you the most in the moment. So if one of them's just screaming their heads off, that's the one I pick up. And then if the other one starts after that, sometimes I just have to hold one in the other arm and do everything with one hand. I mean, it's a lot of hard work, but you know, these baby carriers make it a lot easier.
You said things could only get better. I need it more than ever. They don't. How can I believe you when everything is see-through, see-through?
How can I believe
Everything is see-through, see-through. Everything is see-through, see-through. Everything is see-through. How can I believe it? When everything is see-through, see-through. You ain't gotta be so see-through. You ain't gotta be see-through, see-through. Yeah. You ain't gotta be so see-through. You ain't gotta be see-through, see-through. Yeah.
I had a feeling you'd come back and save me from all those lonely nights and heartbreaks. And I feel misplaced without you. Why don't we go back to, why don't we go I still see your silhouette. Why don't we go back to your bedroom? I still see your silhouette. Why don't we go back to your bedroom?
So since we're in my kitchen and you're seeing the inside of a lot of these cabinets, I do want to say that hopefully, I'm crossing my fingers, hopefully next week will be my kitchen like pantry cupboard organization video. I bought a bunch of stuff to help just make my life in the kitchen easier, to organize things a little bit so everything has a place. So I'm really hoping I can get to doing that today for next week. Don't hold me to it, but that video is coming up very soon. I also thought it was important to mention some of the products I've been using. I did a whole haul on my Grove Collaborative purchase and e-cloths and things like that. So I have to say I have been loving everything. I've obviously been a user of Mrs. Meyer's for a long time, so that was just stuff I was stocking up on. But the walnut and cellulose scrubber that I'm using here, I love because it's super gentle on my dishes, my knives, things like that. They're not scratching. It's super effective without being harsh, and I love that. The Bubble Up scrubber is also super cool. It's sitting behind the faucet here. It's one of my favorites, and I also love that it looks nice while it's sitting out.
And it could fade away, but it probably won't, and I should let it be. But I'm gonna dive into you, and maybe I'll drown, but what can I do? And it would be alright to let me down. Rather we try than let these feelings slide. So I'm gonna dive into you.
It doesn't even make sense why we try to fight it. Every time that we try.
So the other products that I have been pretty much obsessing over lately are my e-cloths. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I was a skeptic for e-cloths in the beginning because I guess it's just because I'd never used them before and I didn't quite understand how they worked. I just didn't understand how you could get a microfiber cloth wet and it would clean just as effectively as using like a chemical. Do you know what I mean? But I guess with using the e-cloth and water, it removes like 99% of bacteria and mold because it locks away the bacteria and mold and then removes it with the cloth, as opposed to a traditional cleaner that works by leaving a liquid chemical film on a surface that needs to stay there to be effective. So I love these. This one's my favorite because it's got this awesome little scrubber on the back end of it, and I can use this on my tile to remove any splatter and things like that, and then use the rest of the cloth to wipe down the counters and the backsplash. It's one of my favorite cloths. So because I have been using this one and the polishing cloth and the general like all-purpose cloth, I actually ordered the window kit and the mop because you guys know I have these engineered hardwood floors that I'm just terrified to use too much water on. So I thought e-cloth would be the way to go because it's like a microfiber mop system. So I can't wait to share that with you guys. I can't wait to try it. So if you're also been on the fence for e-cloth or Grove Collaborative, I do have links down in my description box. You guys can't go wrong. These are two things that I just absolutely have been loving, and if you've been needing to try some new products or wanting to, I've got some easy links to follow down below.
And it will be alright to let me down. Rather we try than let these feelings slide. So I'm gonna dive into you, dive into you, dive into you, dive into you.
So right now I'm using my Barkeeper's Friend cream cleanser, and then the brush and the sponge are brushes and sponges that I use to clean out my sink or my stovetop only, and they're just reserved for that.
We keep moving in different rhythms. Still, I know what you feel. We keep moving in different rhythms. Two different minds telling lies. That's how we stay alive. At least we try to survive. We're not the ones who hide. Two different minds. Oh, oh, oh. Two different minds. We're not the ones who hide. Two different minds.
You know just what to say to make it all okay. 'Cause I am too blind to see when you're in front of me. We keep moving in different rhythms. Two different minds telling lies. That's how we stay alive. At least we try to survive. We're not the ones who hide. Two different minds. Oh, oh, oh. Two different minds.
We're not the ones who hide. Two different minds telling lies. That's how we stay alive. At least we try to survive. We're not the ones who hide.
Two different minds.
We're not the ones who hide.
Two different minds telling lies.
That's how we stay alive.
That's how we stay alive.
We keep on walking through fire, but we always get what's required. So many things we desire, but I only bring you a lighter.
All right, so I used the dish soap, but then I went in with my Barkeeper's Friend cream cleanser because I had some weird stain here. But as you can see, that cleaned it beautifully.
You to the flames, I know I'm to blame. Yes, so I don't wanna love you, I don't wanna hurt you anymore. I don't wanna hold you, I don't wanna hurt you anymore. So I think you should walk out the door, out the door, door. I don't wanna hurt you anymore, more. I don't wanna hurt you anymore. I'm just trying to give you something, but you're better off with nothing.
So now is time to tackle this playroom. The playroom's really hard for me because we have a very open concept floor plan. So the kids are always in here playing. So for me, it's this like fine line between, do I clean it all up or do I just let them play all day and leave it like this because they're just gonna play with it the next day as well? But that's just not how I operate. I also think that kids play better when they've got like one thing out and then put it away and then play with the next. And that's kind of what I'm working with Lenny. She gives me a hard time sometimes because she's 3 years old and she just doesn't get it. She wants her magnets out, she wants them out. But I try to explain to her that when we're done playing with one thing, we should put it away and then take out the next one. So I made all of these bins with my Cricut and labeled them a few weeks back. You guys, if you didn't watch the video, I will link that here. It just makes it easier for us as we're cleaning up. It's like 10 times faster because everything has a place and I can just pop it back in the bin and put it on the shelves, and it makes our life so much easier. Alexa, pause. So I just want to show you guys the only way I'm getting any of this done. Number one is he's in here. He's slightly okay in there, like keeps fussing, but, and then the girls are out here. They're with our nanny. Even with one person here, like having her here helping me, I literally could not do it without her, but it's still really difficult. So we just kind of fly through each day trying to do whatever we can, trying to do our best, but my gosh, every day is a struggle. This poor guy's having a really hard time, so I just gave him some gripe water and a pacifier, but we're dancing to Phil Collins and I'm trying to sweep the floor. So I would, like, if anybody's like, oh, stop and console the baby, just so you know, it's been like this for hours. So there's not really much I can do other than just try to keep him distracted and help his belly, help him pass the gas, but he does not like to sit. So. So while I'm sweeping up the floors here, I thought it was a great time to mention that John and I have officially chosen a contractor for our master bathroom and closet, and they started just a few days ago by framing out a few things, but we're waiting on an electrician and a plumber. We have chosen almost all of the finishes, and the vanity and things of that nature. So I cannot wait for them to get started so I could share some of the design with you guys. Maybe I'll do that in the next video or two, but because my channel was so geared toward our home renovation and it's been put on hold for a little while, I'm really excited to get back into it and share our bathroom reno, our home gym reno, and the bar area and the basement as well. So make sure you guys stay tuned. Make sure you're still subscribed and your bell notifications are on. That way you don't miss any of the exciting stuff that we have coming up.
The minute that I saw you, I was gone. Ringing from my head into my bones. Baby, got me feeling like a toast. Damn, it's sunny, should've brought less clothes. I got a heavy one last time, taking off my mind. One last night for a last goodbye. I got a heavy one last time, one last time.
Love Lenny's little dance there for you. She's such a ham, and Theo always follows her lead. I love watching them grow and play together. But I wanted to mention that I know I had talked about redoing this dining room a couple videos ago, but I reached out to a company about a week ago to potentially partner with me for a new dining set. I do have big plans for it. This is a space that I really want to be done right, which is why I haven't changed it yet, because I'm just not in a hurry. So I'm waiting to hear back from them, so I'll keep you guys posted on that. And you'll probably notice our giant green chair is still sitting in the dining room. A friend of mine said that she wants it, so we just have to load it up in the back of the Yukon and take it over there, but clearly we haven't been in too big of a hurry to do so.
Feeling like you play me, then you pause. I was good, I was not enough. Just like you, I hit the bottom hard. Now we're here, we might as well have fun. I got a heavy one last time, taking off my mind. One last night for a last goodbye. I got a heavy one last time, one last time, one last night for a last goodbye. Man, I feel so damn weak when you text me about needs only I can satisfy. And I don't wanna be at your fingertips so weak, but I sold my heart, so guess it's on me. Be there in 3. Be there in 3.
So I don't think that I ever mentioned this, but John and we bought our first rug or Ruggable for the kitchen because I just kept ruining rugs and needing to wash them and then not being able to wash them because they weren't washable. So I went ahead, I bit the bullet, and we bought the Ruggable in the kitchen. We loved it so much that we bought this one here for the entryway. It's just so convenient being able to throw these things in the washer once a week and they look brand new again. The only problem is I think somebody washed this one on warm water when they're supposed to be washed on cold, and nobody's fessing up to it, so it shrunk just a little bit. So I had to trim the actual mat because I was tired of seeing the little black mat out from the bottom. But I also just placed an order for a runner in our hallway because Bella recently peed on the jute rug in the hallway and you just really can't wash jute. So I'm replacing that one soon and I can't wait to see what it looks like.
Regret it all. When I think it through, I can help the way I feel for you. You make me lose my mind like all the time. It still feels right. Stuck in an endless fight like every night. It still feels right. Even the worst can sting. I wanna glass at yours. Baby, let's talk until we're fine. You've been in bed for days, empty without me.
So I had gotten a pretty decent sized grocery order in and my fridge was a wreck. So it was the perfect time for me to go through, clean out all the Tupperware full of older food, check the dates and labels on other things to get rid of them, and just start fresh in the refrigerator. And it felt really good to do so. This is also another reason I'm loving the e-cloths, because I'm not spraying chemicals in my refrigerator anymore and then replacing the food, which I never felt good about doing. So now I know the bacteria and mold and anything like that is being picked up and removed from my refrigerator without harmful chemicals.
Feels right. Even the worst can sting. I wanna change a thing, 'cause without you everything means nothing. You make me lose my mind like all the time. It still feels right. Oh yeah. Still feels right. 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 Oh yeah. We never get it right, but somehow it feels right. We never get it right, but it still feels right. We never get it right, but somehow it feels right. That's how I feel about you. You make me lose my mind like all the time. It still feels right. Stuck in an endless fight like every night. It still feels right. Even the worst can sting. I wanna change a thing, 'cause without you everything means nothing. You make me lose my mind like all the time. It still feels right. Oh yeah. Still feels right. Still feels right. Still feels right.
Alright, so I cleaned everything out. Everything that's in here is now good. And my drawers are clean and full of fresh produce, cilantro and parsley, which we use a ton of, mushrooms, cucumbers, cheeses, turkey, lots of hummus. We've been eating super healthfully lately. Now that I'm not carrying babies, I'm eating a lot healthier and I'm not craving junk. So at least I know everything in here is ready to go, and I'm just gonna put away the dry goods, but I will spare you that. And then since this video already has like 40 minutes of kitchen cleaning, I'm not gonna film this either. Just replay the other one if you want. It's just obviously this happens almost daily. A lot of it's just garbage from cleaning out the refrigerator, like bad food, things like that, and then stuff from lunch that I have to put away. But either way, I just thought I wasn't gonna film this, but I thought I needed to do it, and maybe some of you need to do it and you don't have the motivation, so hopefully this gives you that.